At 300 kilometers per hour, the world doesn't just go fast, it disappears. It becomes a blur of colors and sounds where the only thing that remains sharp is the apex of the next corner. Most people think Formula One is a race of engines and aerodynamics. They are wrong. It is a race of human perception. Your brain was never designed to process information at this speed. When you're strapped into that carbon fiber cockpit, you're no longer a person. You're a biological computer trying to outrun physics. The tunnel vision kicks in and the walls of the track close in like a predatory animal. This is where the weak break. In the hook of the race, your instincts are screaming at you to let off the gas, to play it safe, to survive. But a master knows that survival is the enemy of victory. You have to override millions of years of evolution that tell you to fear high-speed impact. You have to command your nervous system to stay calm while your heart rate hits 180 beats per minute. This is the deadly silence of the cockpit, a place where the roar of the engine becomes a background hum, and the only thing you hear is the rhythm of your own breathing. If you hesitate for even a microsecond, the wall will claim you. If you blink at the wrong time, the race is over. You are dancing on a razor's edge between absolute control and total catastrophe. This isn't just driving, it is the ultimate expression of human intent forced through a machine. Welcome to the world where the mind must move faster than the machine it commands. Stand ready, focus your vision, and prepare to enter the zone where only the elite survive. A Formula One car is a jet fighter on 4 wheels, but it is useless without the pilot's neural calibration. To the casual observer, the driver is just sitting there. In reality, every muscle fiber is under siege. You are fighting 5 Gs of lateral force in every corner, meaning your neck has to support 5 times the weight of your own head. Your feet are dancing on pedals with the precision of a pianist, but with the force of a weightlifter. This is the biomechanical bridge between man and carbon fiber. Your hands on the steering wheel aren't just steering, they're feeling the vibration of the tires and the subtle shift of the car's balance. You are building a machine out of bone and sinew designed for the repetitive execution of perfection under crushing pressure. Mastery comes from the perfect balance of tension and release. You must be solid as a rock at your core, but fluid as water in your movements. Your body must ignore the screaming of your nerves and focus only on the kinetic chain of the vehicle. If your grip is too tight, you lose the feel of the track. If you are too relaxed, the car snaps away from you. This is the training of a warrior. You spent thousands of hours in simulators and gyms, hitting the same corners until the movement becomes as natural as breathing. You are no longer driving the car, you are inhabiting it. The engine is your heart, the tires are your skin, and the sensors are your eyes. Drop a like if you're chasing that level of perfection in your own life. But remember, the moment you think you've mastered the machine, it will humble you. It will remind you that you are merely a student of gravity and friction. You have to respect the engineering, but trust your soul to execute the limits of what is possible. Stand firm, breathe deep, and let the physics work for you.
Look at the track. What do you really see? An amateur sees a ribbon of asphalt. A master sees a complex, brutal map of risks, rewards, and strategic sacrifices. Every curb is a gamble with your suspension. Every shadow is a change in track temperature that will steal your grip. To become elite, you must stop playing the race and start playing the terrain. You don't drive for where you are, you drive for where you want to be 3 laps from now. This is strategic foresight, the ability to play 3 moves ahead of your own current position. It is the same in business and in leadership. You don't just look at today's lap time, you position yourself for the aggressive move you'll make during the pit stop window. The mentor stands behind you, watching your eyes, not the car. Are you looking at the gearbox of the man in front of you with fear, or are you analyzing his braking points with cold, unwavering intent? The track is designed to distract you, to tempt you into an overtake that will destroy your tires before the final stint. You must learn to read the invisible lines, the way the wind affects your downforce, and the hidden marbles of rubber that will pull you offline. This is the hallmark of the professional, the ability to see what isn't there and respect the hidden forces of the race. Mastery is the wisdom to know that the fastest lap isn't always the winning strategy. Sometimes you have to back off to save the engine for the final charge. Strategy is the art of controlled sacrifice for a greater gain. You aren't just fighting the other drivers, you are fighting the urge to be short-sighted. Every choice on the grid is a test of your strategic patience. If you're ready to master your mental game, hit subscribe. We talk about the mastery of life. Then comes the moment we all fear, the lockup. A sudden, inexplicable loss of control under braking. You've hit this apex 1,000 times in practice. But now, with the world watching and the championship on the line, your foot is too heavy. The tires smoke, the steering goes numb, and you are heading straight for the barrier. This is the mental trap. It happens when the weight of the result becomes heavier than the joy of the process. In racing, a single lockup can ruin a whole season of work. In life, one bad decision made in fear can ruin a year of hard work. How do you recover? You don't do it by panicking. You do it by letting go. Resilience is the ability to forget the last mistake the moment you clear the corner. Whether it was a botched pit stop or a spin in the rain, it's over. It's history. If you carry the ghost of your mistakes into the next sector, you've already lost the race before you've even crossed the line. The mentor teaches you the rule of 3 breaths. 1 breath to acknowledge the pain of the error. 1 breath to analyze exactly what went wrong. And the 3rd breath to let it go forever. Comment below what stops you from executing your best under pressure. You must develop a short-term memory for failure if you want a long-term career in success. A man who fears the next crash can never execute the next masterpiece of an overtake. Your focus must be like a cold laser, cutting through the debris of your past failures. Stand tall, reset your focus, and remember, the only corner that matters is the one you are in right now. Everything else is just noise in the wind. You have to be able to stand in the wreckage of a bad qualifying and still believe in your own perfection. Eventually, the machine disappears. You stop seeing the steering wheel, the buttons, and even the track markers. There is only the intent and the outcome. This is the zen of the game. It is the point where the hero and the master finally become one unified force. You realize that Formula One isn't a race you play against 20 other drivers, it's a race you play against the limits of your own potential. Every Grand Prix is a micro-life. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It has moments of glory and moments of deep, lonely suffering when you are stuck at the back of the pack. But through it all, you remain the undisputed master of your own destiny. You choose the line. You choose the breaking point. You choose the attitude you bring to the cockpit. If you approach the race with resentment, the track will punish you. If you approach it with respect and a quiet mind, it will reveal its secrets. This is the blueprint for survival in a chaotic, unpredictable world. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control the mechanical failures of your rivals. But you have absolute control over your focus, your discipline, and your internal reaction to the result. When you reach this level of clarity, you aren't just a driver anymore. You are a person who knows how to stand alone in the middle of a high-speed storm and still feel completely at home, because you carry your kingdom within you. You are no longer chasing the trophy or the podium. You are embodying the process of excellence itself. You have found the eye of the storm, and that is where true power lives. The race doesn't happen on the asphalt. It happens inside your soul. The sun is setting over the final straight. The checkered flag is waving. This is where champions are made, not in the champagne celebrations, but in the lonely hours of data analysis and physical training when no one is watching. The legacy of the track is the same as the green or the court. It's about the total mastery of life. You have the tools. You have the discipline. Now you have the mindset to face any hazard the world throws at you. You've learned the hardest lesson, that the longest journey is the 6 inches between your ears. If you're ready to master your own internal game and join our elite circle of those who strive for excellence, take action now. We don't just talk about engines here, we talk about the transformation of the soul through the pursuit of perfection. Every lap you take is a statement of who you are. Every choice you make is a brick in the foundation of your future. The race isn't over until the final second is recorded, and even then, the next season is just around the corner, waiting to test your limits again. The path to mastery never truly ends, and that is its greatest reward, the constant becoming of something more. Keep your eyes on the apex. Keep your heart in the race. You are the master of your destiny and the captain of your soul. Stand tall. The grid is waiting. We'll see you at the next podium. Subscribe to join the elite and never miss a step on your journey to the top.